Well, a very good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the garden. I'm dressed today. Look at that. Coat is back on. Only a quick one today because we're going to go into the greenhouse, or we're going to repot a couple of the seedlings that we have growing upstairs that I showed you in the video earlier on. I drank some milk earlier and I've got like a mucky mouth like this. I can't get my words out again. He says for the first time, I can never speak properly. I'm the mad gardener, and today we're going in the garage. Today we're going in the greenhouse. We're going to put some of our seedlings in some bigger pots. Repotting, as they say. Give them some good mix. But we've got a couple of tips for you before we do that. Right. First and foremost, let's go in the greenhouse. Well, there it is. So as we have magically arrived in the greenhouse, as you can see, I have lots of space. Here's my head. There's the top of the greenhouse there. Let me just go on tiptoes. Yes. Brilliant. So this is the greenhouse. I'll give you a little rundown of what we've got in the greenhouse, because it is actually what's called an organised mess. Down in the bottom corner, we got some of the old compost bags here. Now these are very good if you want to line some of your larger beds with them. Poke some holes in. They already have a little bit of perforation on them. So don't go throwing those away. Keep those as well, very useful. On this side here, you see we've got full-size bottles. There's so much you can do with a full-size plastic bottle. Absolutely brilliant. For example, cut them in half. These are some of the old pots that I've used previously. There's the top of one, there's the bottom. They also double up nicely if you need covers on top of your baby plants if they're in the garden. Got some milk in there as well, and there is the one we used a little bit earlier on. All this is ready to be reused and repurposed this summer. Bottles of squash. Thirsty kirsties I was. Over here we like to call this the tech area. As you can see, everything that we need for the videos that we can be making today, with the exception of the potatoes, because I need somewhere to put those. Got some nice little sprouters there as well, ready to be put in later on in the season. Someone's having a little nibble of that one. Oh, there he is. Well, at least he's not going hungry. Some of the pots we're going to be using today, and obviously my high-tech equipment. Right, let's get into it. Right down the bottom here in the greenhouse, this is where we keep the compost. Now, we had this bag, the seeding compost, that was given to us before down in the garden centre. So that's been a good use. That's slightly thinner for the early seedlings, so they've got a little bit more room to manoeuvre when they are growing out of their seeds. We've got a generic bag of compost here now as well. I get this from a nice fella who does his own compost. Because I don't have the facility to make compost yet. I haven't got the space. But he sorts me out a couple of bags ready for the season. And they tend to last a long time. He gives me a good 100 litres in there at least. I think I might be getting some more. But we've had a bit of a problem with the compost this year. We've had some gnat flies in it as well. Now, for those of you who do get compost or make compost your own stuff as well, this may happen because anything that is cold and has been left out in the cold, and if you put it in a pot and if you bring it into the warm and you heat that up, anything inside it is going to come back to life. Bacteria, flies, larvae, anything like that. And next thing you might notice that you see lots of little flies flying around your seedlings in the house. And you're like, or in your greenhouse, in the garden, whatever it may be, somewhere where it's going to be warm like that. Thinking, where's all that come from then? How am I going to get rid of them flies? I know, I'll buy a load of spiders. And I tried that, it didn't work. So if anybody wants 45 spiders, give me a call after this video. Otherwise, we're going to do this. A nice simple technique. And for this, we need to go into the kitchen. Let's go. Tip 1. Boil the kettle. Whilst the kettle is boiling, we're going to find ourselves a nice big pot. Let's have a look. There's Just manoeuvre around here. There's a good one. It's a nice big pot. That'll do for now, because we're going to put our compost inside here. And then we're going to put our potting mix, well, most of the compost in there first. And I'll show you why now. So this is the compost that we got. It's always been a pretty good mix. Very nice genetic one. But like I said, it does have a few bugs and things inside. So let's fill this up, because we are going to need some of this to fill our smaller pots, which look a little bit like this. So we'll need a nice amount, because we're going to mix the two together. But before we do that, we need to make sure that it is bacteria free by doing this. Right, so once the kettle is boiled, there is the boiled kettle. Now we are dealing with boiling water here, people. That is actual boiling water. So if you are an idiot, put it down. Let somebody else do it. If there is somebody else with you who thinks you are an idiot, let them do it. If there are a number of people there that think you are an idiot, you might need counselling. Hot water can burn. Don't get it on you. Don't drink it. Don't throw it in the air. Don't think that you're Aquaman and can control it with the magic hands that you have. You cannot. So, we've got our compost in the pot now, as you can see. And we're going to put this somewhere nice that we can drain, preferably over the grass. Like such, we're just going to put this on here. We've got an old wine rack from the missus. She doesn't use, she's got a bigger one now. Just put that there, we go. So this is what it looks like. Place the pot on top, so the water that we are now going to be pouring in can drain into this. And simply pour into the compost. All over the compost. And that, as you see, now that is going to kill any bacteria or any little bugs or anything that are living in the compost. Now, another very important tip, hot kettle, don't forget to put it back, especially for the idiots out there. If you are an idiot, listen up. That is now bloody hot. Don't pick it up. Oh, it's all done now. I'm going to put that soil in there, in the pot. No. Have a break. Have a rest. Sit down. Don't worry about it for now. Go and have a cup of tea. Should you have a cup of tea? Let's go and have a cup of tea. All right. Sugar? No. Okay, good. Right, we did some rocking and rolling, starting us rolling. Let's go and see if the compost is cold enough to handle. Still a little bit warm. Oh, there's a bit of steam coming out there actually. Oh, I think we'll give that a bit of a mix around. I can't believe I just warmed up poop. It's basically what it is, isn't it? Warm poop. That's enough poop mix in. So I brought the poop mix, warm compost, back into the greenhouse. So I thought now, seeing as we are mixing it, now would be a perfect opportunity for us to put the other seeding mix, the thinner stuff. We'll mix it together while it's a little bit warm, and then we'll let it all cool off together. So let's chuck some of that in there as well, shall we? Here we go. Right, so that's all pretty mixed up. I've got about a 60%, 30%, 50, 50, 30, 60, 70, 20%. What I've done, I've put about 4 handfuls in. That'll do it. Now that is going to be left to cool because it is still pretty warm, and you don't want to put the seedlings in when the compost is too hot or warm. And then we're going to be using it to put it inside these pots, and put inside those pots these lovely girls. I just had an idea. I thought I'd use science. Physics would say that is one big mass. That is correct. Which is holding all its heat within it. Separate the mass. That heat will disperse quicker. That's science. So we're going to put some of this compost, or this double mix that we have now, into separate pots, ready for the seedlings, and hopefully that compost will cool a little quicker, probably because I'm impatient, just like every other gardener out there. So let's put some pots out. Here we go. Let's get it ready.
For this next part of this video, I am going to take over, just like Skynet did in Terminator 2, and ruin the world for all mankind. But this is just a gardening video. What's the worst that could happen? My name's Random, and I'm a sarcasm AI here to do the job of this lazy Welsh Muppet. Shall we begin?
We have 3 types of pots. Type 1 is a classic plastic round style.
What's classic about a circle?
Type 2, a black square plastic pot.
Could be deemed racist, but we'll move on.
And Type 3, a plastic water bottle cut in half.
Wow, okay.
Cut some holes in the end for drainage.
Let's see where this goes. Wow, genius.
Let's get those new plants out.
This guy's amazing.
These are Rakita chilies. These are an easily grown, medium hot chili. They grow long and fruit often.
Okay,
So now it's time to place your cooled potting mix into those pots.
that was actually useful. You get 1 point.
This is an organic seed pot with an impact pellet in it. Simply peel it away to reveal the seed roots.
Okay,
Be gentle when exposing the roots. You don't want to break any. The pellet itself has an organic net on it, so peel it away too.
that was actually useful. Okay,
If any of the roots wish to hold on to their comfort blanket, simply cut around the net.
look at the state of this guy.
It's organic, so you can leave it on. Break open the pellet and gently separate the plants.
Okay,
Make a deep hole, finger size in the pot, and place the seedling in. Pick up new seedlings by the leaf to not cause any root damage. Tuck them into their new homes and add a little extra mix.
he does have the type of voice that announces a fart at a dinner party.
Fill up the pot as much as possible, but don't cover any of the leaves.
Just saying.
Bada boom! Got yourself a Rakita chili plant.
That was all fact.
Now repeat this process for all the new seedlings.
Okay. Look at the state of this guy. Well, that was a treat.
Time to get out the plastic meat trays. These make excellent seedling holders. Don't forget to give these a good drink of earth juice. There you go, you're halfway there to your very own chili plant.
Thank you for purchasing Random. Your sarcasm AI.
Oh, flipping neck, I gotta stop doing that. It's killing my back. I need to get a bigger studio. Or I need to be smaller. I think the first one's better. Cut in something. Oh, it's alright, mate, I'll wait. Eddie's done. It's never ending. Everyone, just be quiet for just a second. Okay. Okay. I poop you not, the missus just walked out. All I wanted to say is, I haven't got a clue what this is. That was it. That was all I was waiting to say, just that. This is a surprise chili. I'm going to label it as surprise chili. I've got a feeling it's like a curry chili or a devil chili, but surprise chili is always good. So those 2 are going with the other 4 upstairs on the windowsill to start their healthy lives. That's how we repurpose pots, repurpose plastic bottles in our house, and how we're going to get some of our chili stock to grow in it this year. Well, let's go put him upstairs. Oh, I'm sorry you can't come. We do it in the boudoir. and I got all my knickers out on the bed. I'll see you next time on The Mad Gardener. See you later.